Alright, this is my part 2 of my Gamecube and Wii collection. Actually, this is going to be a part 3 because there is a game that I really enjoy. I think it's one of the best games that I have ever played. It is number 1 of all the games that I got right now. So that's why I'm making a part 3 right there to get more in detail on that one. And there's also going to be a couple more games with it as well. I'm also doing a review on that game. But particularly, we'll talk about that game more than the other. I believe I got 3, maybe 4 more games with it. Let's begin with part 2. First game I got, The Legend of Zelda: The Wind Waker right here. This game is very unique. The color schemes is pretty interesting. This game, though, disappointed a lot of people. They were supposed to get that realistic Zelda game, but they kind of fooled a lot of everybody. Instead, everybody got this more of a cartoonish Zelda right here. But the game is still good. The only thing I had a problem with it was the whole wand thing. Instead of the ocarina, you got the wand. I usually could not always get the premise of the controls right on that game because you got to do it in perfect timing. But the game is still good. The color schemes are really awesome of how they made this game. And I noticed, I think in the very end of the game too, is that where you had to face Ganon. Now you don't have, you face Ganondorf. You don't face Ganon himself, I think. I haven't played this game in a long time, but I think you only had to face Ganon once. Well, it's not really Ganon, it's Ganondorf, but he seems a lot fatter too. I don't know what the hell he was eating when he's in that in that whole realm where he got stuck in the ocarina. But also in the I think this game follows up after Ocarina and the Majora's Mask, and for some reason Princess Zelda is now a pirate. I don't understand how that happened, but the game is still good. You guys should pick up Legend of Zelda: Wind Waker. Very interesting game right here. Alright, a game that they finally came out with a realistic, not realistic, but more of a game that looks a little bit more real. It is Legend of Zelda: Twilight Princess. Great graphics right here in this game. The only thing that bugged the hell out of me was when you're the wolf. I did not like it at all. The whole battling when you're the wolf really kind of pissed me off. The controls for some reason became clunky to me when you're that particular part of the character, and that's the main reason that's the main problem I had with this game right here. But the game is still good. The graphics are awesome. The story is pretty good as well. The whole, like I showed you with the whole crossbow training, I think this game is supposed to help you right there with the whole Wii remote, because at times it really becomes frustrating just trying to get that one little enemy, but you can't get them. I still haven't played the crossbow training though, but I think that is what it was basically for, to help you guys out. But that was the only problem I got, was the wolf though. The graphics are awesome. The story was pretty good, and the controls for Zelda was pretty good, but with the wolf, I thought it was very clunky. But I think also when you're in the very last part of the game, when you're facing Ganon, was the horseback ride. I liked that part right there. It was very interesting how they did that. Instead of having to really face Ganon, you had to pretty much just knock his ass down from the horse. I don't think he comes up and fights you. I think other enemies come up and fight you, though, at the very end of the game. But this game is very good right there. Right here, it is Zelda: Twilight Princess. Alright. A game movie that Uwe Boll fucked up really badly. Oh man, it was terrible. But it is Blood Rain. Uwe Boll, he sucks ass on video game movies. I don't know why. I don't know why he keeps on doing it, just to piss us off or something like that. But Blood Rain, the game, it is a very interesting game. And the story is that you have to assassinate a whole bunch of Nazis. You get a list, and one of the main bad guys in here I thought was pretty interesting was the priest, where he has this, he's experimenting on I think on people. There's a whole bunch of dead bodies in the back of him, and once you get to face him, he whips out this Gatling gun in the podium, and I thought that villain was, I think it was the best one of them all in this game. He's also one of the people on the list that you have to assassinate. But the game is kind of at times clunky. There's a lot of blood when you decapitate a zombie. Not a zombie, but a Nazi. And also they become zombies in a way too, because there's like these creatures that inhabited the Nazis' bodies. So I like to just call them Nazi zombies or something like that. Like I said though, the game is pretty good. You guys should pick up Blood Rain right here. Okay, and a game I have not played yet, it is Piano 3. Now, when I've seen the previews on this, it just seems like it's very plain, very white, very, there's a lot of chrome everywhere. And it seems like when she's shooting robots, she's kind of like doing a dance thing, too. I can't really criticize if this game is good or not, but like I said, I haven't played it yet, but it is Piano 3 right here. Alright, one of my least favorite Resident Evil games, it is Resident Evil 0. The reason why I do not care for this game is that you have to control 2 people instead of 1. There is no boxes to set your items in, and what you have to do, you have to set them in a big room so you can get it instead of having to go you have to go all the way back just to get that one fucking item. That's what really pissed off about me about this game right here. But basically what you want to do is that you want to find a big room to store all your items in, lay them down, and that becomes a hassle too. But like if you have to go all the way back just to in that room instead of having to go into boxes where the other Resident Evil games are, that was a massive problem right there. The graphics though, they are very nicely done right here. The story though, it's all right. It happens. The story happens before the mansion incident. A prisoner by the name of what's his name at? I can't remember his name. I don't even think it says it right here in the front, in the back right here. But anyway, a prisoner escapes. She's from I believe Stars. She's also in part 1 of the mansion. I mean, in Resident Evil 1. The game's just alright. I mean, it's more of a mediocre Resident Evil game of them all. Actually, I enjoyed the very first Resident Evil over this one right here, just because of the whole items. That really pissed me off in controlling 2 people instead of 1. I thought, and there's also, of course, the camera incidents. I mean, the camera angles are really bad sometimes. You can't see enemies. It becomes a massive problem right there. Tight corners, you have to run. But the bad guys, they're really cool looking. The zombies are cool looking. There's also those big ass toes. I thought those were my favorite ones right there. But it is Resident Evil 0 to me, just a mediocre game. Well, that's it for now. Thanks for watching. Please make some comments, subscribe, and I shall never quit gaming.